What if the person who made millions laugh died because someone chose profit over human life? Matthew Perry, the man behind Chandler Bing, wasn't just a TV icon. He was one of the most recognizable faces on the planet. But here's the part that shocked the world. In the final month before his death, prosecutors say he was sold 51 vials of ketamine. 51. And even after learning someone had died from her drugs before, the supplier allegedly kept selling. This isn't just a story about a celebrity death. It's about a system of choices, a man battling addiction, a network enabling it, and a dealer prosecutors described as cold and callous. At the center of it all, a woman known on the streets as the Ketamine Queen. Matthew Perry spent decades fighting a battle most people never fully saw. To the world, he was funny, sharp, effortless, but behind the scenes it was different. He had openly talked about addiction, not hiding it, not glamorizing it, but exposing it. In his 2022 memoir, he described just how deep that struggle went, and by the final months of his life, he was trying something new, ketamine therapy, a treatment increasingly used for depression. But something went wrong. What started as supervised treatment slowly shifted into something dangerous, something uncontrolled. According to prosecutors, Perry began seeking ketamine outside medical supervision, and that's where things escalated. A Los Angeles woman, operating quietly but powerfully in a dangerous underground network. Her nickname, the Ketamine Queen. Prosecutors say she wasn't just supplying drugs, she was running a system. Her home became a place where narcotics were stored, packaged, and distributed. Not just ketamine, but also methamphetamine. And this wasn't new. Years before Matthew Perry's death, another man, Cody McClory, died just hours after allegedly buying ketamine linked to her. That should have been the end, but it wasn't. In October 2023, everything spiraled. Prosecutors say Sangha worked with another man, Eric Fleming, to supply ketamine directly into Perry's life. Not casually, not occasionally, but repeatedly. 51 vials in 1 month. And those drugs didn't just sit and used. They were administered by someone inside Perry's inner circle. His live-in assistant, Kenneth Awamasa. According to court records, Perry was injected multiple times, including 3 injections on the very day he died. October 28, 2023. Matthew Perry was found face down in the heated section of his pool at his home in Los Angeles. He was 54 years old. The official cause, an accidental overdose of ketamine. But for many people, that word, accidental, doesn't fully capture what happened. Because behind that moment was a chain of decisions. When news broke of Perry's death, something chilling happened. Prosecutors say Sangha messaged her associate on an encrypted app, "Delete all our messages." Not concern, not shock, just damage control. Fast forward to the courtroom. Sangha stood before a judge, facing the consequences of years of actions. She pleaded guilty to multiple federal charges, including distribution of ketamine resulting in death. Prosecutors didn't hold back. They describe her as someone who chose profit over people, showed disregard for human life, continued selling even after learning her drugs had killed. They asked for a 15-year sentence. Her defense? They argued she had accepted responsibility and asked for leniency. The judge made the decision. 15 years in federal prison, plus 3 years of supervised release. A sentence meant to send a message, not just to her, but to anyone operating in the same space. Inside that courtroom, emotions were complex. Keith Morrison, journalist and Matthew Perry's stepfather, spoke after the sentencing. He said they missed Matthew deeply, but he also said something unexpected. He felt badly, even for the person responsible. Because in the end, nobody won. This story isn't just about one dealer or one actor, it's about something much larger. The growing use of substances meant for healing, being misused outside safe environments. The blurred line between treatment and dependency, and the people who step in, not to help, but to profit. Matthew Perry spent his life making people laugh, while quietly fighting one of the hardest battles imaginable. His story didn't end with applause. It ended with questions about accountability, about addiction, and about the systems that allow these tragedies to happen. The sentence has been delivered, but the conversation, it's far from over.